All right. All right. Okay. I'm ready. This is long overdue. This is long overdue. Uh, there's not much intro to it. I'm finally doing it. I thought I was gonna try and avoid this guy for the longest, and so I went a different route to react to him. But first of all, I just wanna say shout out to Salim the Dream. I like this guy. I don't know whether he's acting or some shit, but this nigga, these facial expressions, bro. The facial expressions in themselves is just amazing. I wonder what he was being told. And the caption says Andrew Tate telling me not to think about my ex. But just look at Salim. Salim is classical. I don't know whether he's acting or what the fuck is going on here. But yeah, what the fuck is going on? It's like oh shit, fuck, I messed up. Oh shit. Oh no. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to watch that little clip before we get into the actual video which I'm about to do. Like I said, I didn't think I was gonna jump into watching Andrew Tate. No, not because of nothing. Yeah, nah. I feel like some of the shit, like I've watched him before now. So some of the shit he talks about is really like really insightful, and some of the other shit, like I think it's all like like not an act, but it's all like amplified, for the whole for the whole internet thing. You know what I mean? The shock value, the whole thing. But I mean, it's working for him, and shout out to him because that guy. I've been knowing that Andrew Tate because I'm from UK. I've been watching not Celebrity Big Brother. There's a show called Big Brother. That's when I first heard of Andrew Tate, or when I first saw him. He was on Big Brother, and I think he got kicked out. Yeah, and it was a while back. So he's been grinding like this is not overnight success at all. He's been grinding for time. I know that for a fact. This dude has been putting in work. So yeah, that's the intro right there. There we go. So what I'm gonna react to is like shout out to Patrick CC. Uh, Subscribe to him as well. He makes great videos. Yeah. So the whole video is the dark reality of Andrew Tate's rise to fame. So hey, I just wanna see how he's gonna portray and break it down for me. And you know what? I can't wait. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. And please, again, if you enjoy or if you just are passing through or whatever, like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Let's go. All right.
Andrew Cobra Tate is currently the most viral person in the world. More people are searching for him than Kim Kardashian, the NHL, Joe Biden, and the entire country of Romania, which is where he currently resides. He gained over 2 million followers in the past few weeks, and that doesn't even represent how much dominance he's had over all of social media in the past few months. Why? Well, every couple of years, social media gets introduced to a new self-proclaimed alpha male, red pill finance expert who
There we go. There we go. I think this is this is what happens. Like, and this is like in the manosphere or whatever you wanna call it. There's always one. Like, I think Gary. I don't know whether Gary V is not part of this thing, but there's always one new person who's been chatting or who's been there who always gets the algorithm right. Like, and then they just get pushed, and for some reason you just start to see them everywhere. Like, and this happens. This happens a lot. There's always someone out there who's saying some wild shit or some stuff considered wild, and they get pushed. Like, the algorithm just works for them, and then they get pushed. And I think this is what we're seeing with Andrew Tate right now.
flaunts his lifestyle and work ethic, who is idolized by a community of other males online. But Andrew is not just a typical phony that's pretending to be something he's not for a little bit of YouTube views and Instagram followers. He really is a multimillionaire. He really is a kickboxing world champion, but he's also accused of being a money-laundering Romanian mafia ally who runs a global sex trafficking business while selling his Make Money Fast course, dubbed Hustlers University, to his millions of followers. Most videos covering Tate just focused on the surface level stuff he says for views.
If my chick said I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool. All right.
What woman is gonna?
Whoa. Fucking hell, I didn't know he was being accused of all that shit. Bruh, I mean, for someone who chats a lot, and if he's actually into all doing all that shit, that's like hiding in plain sight. Like, I mean, that would be like a great strategy. But I mean, please listen. All I'm saying is like whatever Patrick said in like what Andrew's been accused of. That's some horrific and horrible shit. Sex trafficking or trafficking in jet or nothing trafficking, nothing. It's some horrible accusations and shit. So I don't condone none of all that shit. I'm just saying.
I give you £8
Because you're my woman. You're doing OnlyFans. You're selling my product.
your products.
Yes,
The
correct.
women, it's not
Next
your
question.
possession. No.
That's the world we live in now. Females are entitled and fucking lazy.
Another thing I learned is that women are only loyal to the dick they're sucking.
He says these shocking and bewildering ideals to get a rise out of people.
Oh, see, there you go. That's what I mean. Like it's all about shock value sometimes. I feel like people just say some shit to shock. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it's shock value, and if you have enough confidence, like sometimes like that people start to believe like they, I'm not saying what he's saying is bullshit because like I said, I don't watch Andrew Tate like that. I've known of him, but I don't watch him. I don't digest most of the stuff he talks about. I don't digest all that stuff. So all right, let's keep listening.
Those reactions, whether they're good or bad, lead to more views and obviously fame and followers, a strategy as old as time.
I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time.
He isn't playing a character, he does believe what he says, but the way he says these things is calculated. You can find hours and hours of content where he sits down and talks about things like, should you let your girlfriend go to the club? And can your girlfriend have a guy best friend? But I want to go deeper. Where does this behavior come from? Why does he have all these shocking allegations against him? Let's take a look.
I think that's what I'm more interested in as well because I've like shit. I didn't know he was being accused of this shit. I hope Patrick I hope this is what he's gonna dive into because that's what I'm actually interested in knowing rather than the stuff he's getting viral for online. I wanna hear what the motherfuckers are saying about him and shit. Yeah, I think I'll find that more interesting to me.
Look at the dark side of Andrew Tate. Andrew's father, Emory Tate, was described by his peers as somewhat of a superhero. He was a staff sergeant in the US Air Force. He was fluent in Russian, Spanish, German, and English, a martial artist as well. But most notably, he was a chess international master who had many victories over grandmasters. A grandmaster is the highest level you can achieve as a chess player. To this day, the chess world is confused why he was never officially a GM when he met all of the qualifications. Emory was a trailblazer and inspiration for black chess players around the world. Unfortunately, chess doesn't pay the bills. Emory was poor. He competed in tournaments and pickup games in the park for money to get to his next location or next meal. He raised his 3 children to think like him. Think of life like a chess match. Every move is calculated, knowing what 1, 2, or even 10 moves will come after that. Emory was nomadic, multicultural, and free. He encouraged his children to be the same way. Andrew
You know what? That sounds like a great role model right there. Sounds like a great father. Sounds like a father who's in his children's life. So far, that's what I'm hearing. Sounds like a great role model, man. And like especially in the black community, man. I wish that us fathers or fathers, not us. No, I'm not a father, but I'm just saying, fathers. I hope they get involved. Like like a family structure. There's nothing wrong with being a family man. Being a Oh yeah, I was saying being a family man, but at the same time I said being a family man. There's nothing wrong with that. I find it so cool. I feel like it's something to look forward to, and like I know there's so many broken homes and all that stuff, and like it's so just getting so worse and worse. Like as we go on, man, people are just having kids and just living their like it's just getting horrible. But I'm just saying, like, listen, a family structure, a structured lifestyle. Raising your kids and giving them values, that shit is great. It helps those kids out, man. Like especially in the younger years. If you are a very influential part of your child's life in their younger years, that really that enforces or instills the values and the morals they'll have growing up, especially like, I think the first 7 years. Apparently, the first 7 years are like very important for like in a young child's life. So yeah. Anyway, I had to say that.
Grew up in Gary, Indiana, notoriously one of the worst places in America. He took a liking to chess. At age 5, he was an Indiana state champion. At 6 years old, he was playing against 3 10-year-olds and winning. Then at age 11, his parents got divorced, and his mother moved him and the kids to Luton, England. This is where he would grow up. Living with his mother meant that he no longer had a chess coach. He no longer spent 3 to 4 hours a day with his dad learning strategy. All he had...
Bruh, trust me, man. Like, these divorces and shit, man. Trust. Such a shame, man. Like, I mean, like, at the same time, you don't want people to be stuck in the marriages they hate, or like just for the sake of being in a relationship. But I'm just saying, it really impacts the kids a lot, especially when the parents divorce. It kind of affects them. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Believe me.
was his younger brother Tristan, which altered his life path immensely.
When I first started Eve, I was a minor, and I was really...
He picked up fighting around age 15, which became his new passion. Fighting and chess are similar in 2 ways. Each sport is a one-on-one battle between 2 people. There's basically no luck involved. Every move, movement, punch, and piece move needs to be calculated. Your opponent must react based on your choice. The biggest difference is that fighting is obviously physically demanding and mentally challenging, whereas chess is only mental. Because of his chess background, he was already mentally ready. As he grew tall and strong, he obeyed his trainer and worked to become a 6'4", 200-pound kickboxing mixed martial artist. In the early 2000s, he fought in an MMA league and a kickboxing league. He had a 3-2 amateur record in the MMA Ultimate Warrior Challenge in the UK. In his pro MMA debut, he knocked out Shane Kavanaugh. However, he stuck to kickboxing since he made more money from it. In his International Sport Kickboxing Association career, he lost his first 2 fights, then went on a 4 consecutive win streak before getting a title shot against Paul Randall in 2009. He won the Cruiserweight Championship in this bout, then he defeated Daniel Hughes for the IKF Cruiserweight title. But before social media dominated our world, someone like Andrew had to resort to more classic media like radio and TV to get his name out there and promote fights. Around 2009, he explored the world of reality TV. The Ultimate Traveler was the first show Andrew appeared on. The concept was 6 amateur backpackers competing for $12,000 by trying to navigate Indonesian challenges with no knowledge of the country. On this show, it was clear Andrew was the same guy he is now, just not a millionaire.
Me and her have completely opposite trade-offs, and she wants the executive class, and you know.
Well, you know what? There's something to be like I mean, if he was the same guy at 21 as the same guy he's like at 35, I mean, there's something to it. Like as obviously, of course, now he's much more rich and all that stuff. But if his morals and everything is the same, I mean, you can't force a person to be like who are themselves 24/7. There's something to be applauded for that, because like it's rare to really see people who are genuinely themselves. Like, it's so hard to be yourself. It's not hard to be yourself, but it's so hard to be yourself when you're trying to please the society and everything around you. And you know, so if being yourself 24/7, I mean, shout out to him. That's what you have to be, yourself.
You know, and a nice hotel, etc. And she expects me to front that with my travel of the week money, but I'm not going to. Chloe's really broke and she keeps dropping hints, but it doesn't matter how many hints she drops. I'm not going to spend money unless I want to.
His brother Tristan, who had a very similar life path, was on Shipwrecked, an island survival reality show. The two...
Funny thing. I once applied for Shipwrecked as well. Just a little tidbit which I wanted to throw in there.
Who became go-tos in Europe reality TV for producers that needed tenacious and cocky young men. He got a shot at the ISKA World Light Heavyweight title on a 3-day notice against Frenchman Jean Benoit. He lost. However, his team submitted a video of the fight and demanded a rematch, in which he was granted, and won the second time by knockout in the 8th round, making him world champion for the very first time.
This is Andrew Tate. I am the ISKA Kickboxing World Champion, the ISKA World's Most Amazing Person. Funny, tall, muscly.
By the time he was 27, he had multiple world titles and successfully defended them. He had a number of different fights in different leagues all around the world, such as Infusion Live, IKF, and ISKA.
This is a world title.
And this means that I am the best kickboxer in the world. Now, because I'm so cool, I actually have 2 world titles at 2 different weights. So while you're best in the world at nothing, you're not even the best in your town at anything, I'm the best in the world.
Whoa! Hold on. Like I said, I mean, he's. It seems like he's just being like that. I guess like this is still back in the day. He was 27, he's 35 now, so this is a couple of years ago. So, okay, all right.
Twice.
Andrew knew he was losing the love for fighting, but he was clearly worried that his life would spiral out of control if he didn't have enough money to keep him from being bored.
If I had enough money to constantly entertain myself, unless I'm a billionaire, I need something that keeps me focused and keeps me occupied in life.
It was time to build his empire. In 2015, he quit fighting to solely focus on making money. He sat down with his brother Tristan and said, "How can we get rich?" They spent countless hours on YouTube, researching the Federal Reserve, banking institutions, inflation, investing, and how money works. One day while scrolling through the internet, he saw an ad, "Talk to Live Girls Now," which brought him to a live stream where you can communicate with a real woman. He immediately realized the opportunity of creating a webcam business because he conveniently had 6 girlfriends in different countries. Evidently,
What? Wait. 6 different girlfriends in 6 different countries. Whoa, hey, my man's is living. I mean, some people's dreams. I'm not saying mine's but I'm just saying he's living the dream. 6 different girlfriends in 6 different countries. Okay, all right. I think I can see where this is going, but let's keep watching.
being a world-class athlete gets women very interested in you, even if you aren't rich. He told them all to fly to London because he had a business proposal. When they got there, they all looked at each other shocked. 2 of them felt betrayed and left. 4 of them heard his business plan, and only 2 of them stayed. So it was just the Tate brothers and their 2 girls. The girls would do their thing on camera, chat with the men. They had a keyboard that was unplugged, but Andrew would sit behind the computer off camera and talk to the men in the live chat, pretending to be the girls, and they would do things or say things in exchange for money. He said he was generating around $3,000 per day.
And once the girls learned they could do it themselves, then I thought, I need some more chicks.
In order to grow his business efficiently, he needed to hire women who would offer themselves for his service, but not have the ambition or expertise to build a website, run ads to get.
I must say, with the allegations, which I think which are gonna later on be revealed, the foundations of it, fucking hell, it's not looking good for him. But I'm just saying, hey, listen, I don't know. Like I feel like if the goal is to get money, and I think deep down you're not morally feeling like you are doing something. See, I feel like this is what happens when people are trying to get money. Like it's all about morals. Like it's about how far are you willing to go, how far are you willing to do, and how much are you willing to I don't know, put out there, like, to get this money. But yeah, morals have to come in play as well. It has to be like you have to. I don't know, but then, hey, you know, is what is doing any different than when women are trying to finesse men, like, or finesse certain type of women, guys, to get money off them? Like, is that moral? Like, see, it's all how it's everyone's perspective, it's everyone's viewpoint of how making money looks like to themselves, and how much they're willing to accept if what they're doing is morally good or bad. Hey, it's like right on the line of like moral and immoral. You know what I mean?
Get traffic, then converse with men online, maintain their finances, pay for the internet, and all the overhead that goes along with running an online business.
A cam girl is much more a therapist than she is a porn star. Like, she can make so much money from showing her whatever, but she makes the big money from making these guys like her, being funny, banter.
Basically, he was building what he...
So yeah. I mean, listen. They say women make the world go around. Pussy, I didn't want to say pussy, but I mean pussy really does make the world go around. Men love women, and there are some men out there who can get women. Listen, if you, especially like with this like live calm thing we do here nowadays, women can finesse a bag, and I think he was just doing it earlier on, like finessing the bag through like exchanges of like. But this is what I'm talking about, morals. This is where the moral thing come in, like. Yeah. And the fucked up thing is like this shit still happens now, and like now it's even more amplified. It's even more heightened. Um, it's happening on lower levels now, and it's happening on middle, and like it's just where are you placed in the game of this whole. Yeah. Yo, this video is interesting to me. I'm very interested now.
Exists on Twitch today in the hot tub section. At his peak, he had 75 women working for him at 4 different locations.
Whoa.
However, this was a huge mistake, according to him.
75 women worked for me at the peak of it all. But that was a mistake, because when you have a bunch of girls working for you like that, the only way you can motivate them is with money. When I started, the girls worked for me because they loved me, right? That's the old school pimp game, isn't it?
Downsizing to just 8 women, 4 of which were his girlfriends, and 4 were his brother Tristan's girlfriends, was when they all worked together to make the most money they ever had.
Hey, I mean, listen, at least he's been living what he preaches for years, I guess. I guess he was living the, like I always talk about here, like in Africa, the polygamy thing in Africa, you can get as many women, like that whole. If you watch my videos, you know Just saying, at least he's living what he's preaching, I guess. Is that right? Is that wrong? Who's to judge?
Since they were all motivated and, in his words, in love with him, they were able to generate $400,000 per month with his online cam business.
That when a girl worked for me, it was 50-50.
So the girls who loved me and worked for me, my main girlfriends, they'd get probably around 20% of their money. I'd keep 80% of the money they made.
Some people immediately look at this and think, well, he's a pimp.
You're not a dish. You're a man. Most name brand bars and body washes you rub.
Insinuating that these women are afraid of him, and he's forcing them into doing work that they don't want to do.
People have this idea that, oh, you're a pimp, you just get these girls, you say, work, and they're scared of you, and they just work. It's bullshit. I was doing this in London. A girl could have walked out the door any day, called the police on me any day, and they didn't. They wanted to be with me because they genuinely understood that their life was better if they obeyed me.
Olivia, Jesus Christ, I was the second man she ever f***ed in her whole life, man. It hurt her at every moment that I was doing it, but it felt good for me, so who gives a shit?
Andrew uses strong words like obey me, which is what tends to get him in trouble a lot. His strong diction indicates he is totalitarian and dictator-like, but some people argue that he just speaks as clearly and directly as he can. If he said, "My girls trusted my ambition and leadership," people might not be as shocked. But when you read what he wrote on his website, it insinuates that his girlfriends were coerced into working for him, and maybe didn't leave because of fear. I've had over 75 girls work for me, and my business model is different than 99% of webcam studio owners. Over 50% of my employees were actually my girlfriend at the time, and none were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. Sadly, in 2015, Emery Tate passed away unsuspectedly during a chess match in California. He was 56 years old. May he rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Now retired from fighting, he needs to occupy his time. He gets invited to do the show.
There we go. Big brother. This is the first time I ever saw Andrew Tate. I remember this because I think I was watching. Yeah, I was young, but I remember this.
Big Brother UK for its 17th season. The format of the show is very similar to a typical reality series, a bunch of contestants in a house.
I remember this fully. I remember watching this fully. I remember this.
They have to do challenges to maintain a status in the house. One person gets voted out each week until the last person ends with a cash prize. But we all know the challenges are like 10% of why people watch, and 90% is for the drama, relationships, toxicity, and chaos that comes with strangers living together. After just 7 days on the show, he was booted off. Andrew says it's because the producers were afraid of a physical altercation taking place, in which obviously Tate would destroy the other men in the house. However, there was a video made public that shocked a lot of people and got him kicked off the show.
Mean it. You message one other guy ever again, whether we're together or not together. You understand me? Do you understand me?
Did I say the word listen? Did I say the word listen? Stupid bitch.
Tate said that a part of the video was cut out where they were laughing and joking, making him look bad. He also provided a video of the same girl and her response to the outrage on social media, leading people to believe that it was consensual.
You gonna do it again? Are you gonna do it like a man this time?
What do you mean like a man this time? Last time I beat you
Pussy last time.
like a pussy.
Yeah.
I beat you so bad I've been called a woman beater all over the f***ing country.
Well, to me that was like a pussy. You need to do it like a real man. Or stop taking a bell off.
Regardless, Tate was increasing his reach. His social media started growing slowly but surely. Twitter became his new vehicle to stay relevant, and the cam business was making him rich. The next major business move for the Tate brothers was cryptocurrency.
So I was buying Bitcoin when they were $3,000 with my webcam money. Tens of thousands of dollars of Bitcoin. My net worth would be half of what it is if I'd never invested in cryptocurrency. But at the time, I didn't see it as an investment. I was in a world where the people I was dealing with took crypto. It was easier for me to take their crypto than to take big bank payments.
They didn't buy into crypto because they were savvy investors. They insinuated that the business people they were dealing with preferred to use an untraceable and encrypted payment method. Spending tens of thousands of dollars of Bitcoin led them to getting filthy rich, kind of by accident. For the next couple of years, Andrew casually flaunted his lifestyle on Instagram while being very openly supportive of Donald Trump and the MAGA community. He has been seen having dinners and meetings with famous right-wing journalists and politicians. Obviously, this made him a lot of enemies online and became the self-proclaimed king of toxic masculinity. However, he ran into a major problem that almost destroyed his cam business. Tate owned a 10-bedroom house that became the workspace for these women. He kept food and alcohol in the house so that they could loosen up for work.
The girls used to drink, and this one girl drank too much wine. She threw up everywhere. I told her to clean up. She started giving me some attitude, so I took all her threw out the window. Got her 2 arms, took her ass, put her outside my door.
The girl demanded that he pay her the 1,000 euros that she was owed, and he didn't. Then 3 months later, at 5 o'clock in the morning, the English police raided his house. They took $100,000 worth of electronics, computers, cameras, and phones, and opened an investigation on him. Apparently, the woman just said that he hit her, and that prompted this raid.
Door comes off the hinges, boom, police bust in, fully armored, helmet.
However, every single girl that was in the house defended Andrew and said that he did not hit her and that she was lying. The woman even admitted to lying about the situation, but it still took him 2 years and $450,000 in legal fees for the case to close and for him to not be charged with any crimes. This situation prompted his move to Romania, which was the ideal place for him to live for a few different reasons.
People say, why did you live in Romania? And I explain my 5 reasons. One of them is the Me Too era. They go, oh, well, you're a rapist. I say, no, I'm not a rapist. But I like the idea of being able to just say to do what I want. I like being free.
And I met a police chief, and I told him my story, and he said, well, in Romania, if she doesn't have proof of if she doesn't have physical evidence, then there's no progression. If she can't say here's a red mark or here's where he hurt me, there's no case.
Fuck. I am Oh.
This word on word. And I said that makes a lot more sense.
So Romania is absolutely corrupt, but it's a corruption that everyone can participate in. I would much rather live in a country that's corrupt, where I get stopped for speeding and I give them a little bit of money, than a country that's corrupt like America, which says it isn't corrupt. You have to be a billionaire and have a private jet and go to islands to get away with it. You know, like if you're going to be corrupt, which every nation on earth is, then let everyone.
This is Conqueror's Blade. Create a warlord.
Everyone play the game.
It seems like Andrew moved to Romania to participate in a corrupt society. His mindset is that all governments are corrupt. At least in this country, he can be a part of it. So he started a new life with new businesses in Romania. There isn't a ton of information about his businesses, and he obviously doesn't like to talk about them. However, he bought a bunch of land out there and now cultivates tobacco, which he intends on producing his own cigars. He also owns 10% of the RXF, which is basically like the Romanian UFC. Some of the fights he and his brother Tristan do.
Hey, I mean, first of all, you can't blame him. He seems to be very savvy when it comes to business moves, but or knowing what to invest in and stuff like that. I mean, that's great, but I mean, fuck, this lady business, Jesus Christ. Maybe he can leave that alone and see. But this is what happens when it comes to this like power and shit. I think once you taste a bit of power, if you are not composed enough, you get addicted to this shit. And if inherently you are a fucked up person, that money just gonna amplify that fucked up behavior and shit, which is so which is like a red flag when a certain type of person gets money, or a certain type of people are getting money. It means like their ideals and their shit are the ones which are getting pushed on people. scary shit.
Do the English commentary.
I never dreamed I'd have that name called out at a fight show that I was commentating, Andrew.
Around 2017, Andrew decided to ramp up his social media presence, taking to YouTube and Twitter to start sharing his thoughts on the world. The very first video, Andrew Tate on gun control.
My name's Andrew Tate. I'm the most knowledgeable human in the world.
That very first sentence set the tone for his YouTube career.
So, yeah, it seems like Tate wants to, or want, like, because sometimes, like, all I say is like, so I think at this moment in time for him, I feel like from what I gather, he's a rich guy anyway. You can just be rich and be quiet in the background, but it seems like he loves the attention. He wants to be known, like going on these reality shows. Like you might want some kind of attention, and sometimes like for you to get like the ultimate attention is like to, of course he believes this shit, but I mean, but to use the shock value of the things, and seems like that's he's just hitting the juggernaut. Like that's what he's doing, I guess, and I guess right now it's worked. I guess I think so. I don't know, but it seems like, yeah, I feel like he wants the fame and shit.
He started posting vlogs to showcase his lifestyle. Fast cars, women, traveling all over the world. But more notably, he started posting these short videos where he quickly speaks his mind on a variety of random topics. Why real men don't cry, alcohol, top 5 reasons you should never own a cat. Basically, if you saw a Tate upload, you knew it was going to be a farce.
I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat gluten. Okay, have you achieved anything else in your life? Do you have any actual personality? Are you anything?
Shit. Seems like he's going for everything. Like so he's choosing the what do you call it? So if he's choosing all the controversial topics and he's going head on with them with an opposing way of like thinking. Like, so let's say he knows, like, I'm gonna give an example of, like, let's say when people were hating Trump, he went and fully supported Trump because he knew that was like it's a controversial thing, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be so controversial. Him supporting Trump, it's like, oh, because everyone in his mind, like the society and shit, like, and mind you, to be honest, I don't support Trump or whatever, but between Trump and Hillary, I was for Trump. I'm not lying. I was for Trump, but not to be controversial, but I don't know, but I'm just saying. I don't know what I said about yeah, I just wanted to say that because I feel like it's no, that's a topic for another time.
Or you're just a person who doesn't eat meat and doesn't eat bread. And I hate when I tell people my story, my turbulent story, like, well, you know that air travel is the safest form of travel. Don't come at me with statistics, motherfucker. I know statistics. I do not like, and I will never, ever wear headphones in public. When you put your headphones in and you're walking down the street listening to your music, you are a target.
Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children.
His over-abrasive delivery makes you wonder if he's just joking or not. These YouTube videos were designed to drive traffic to his website, tateshinkai.net.
So shock value.
Where he sold a course on how to get girls.
Shock jock, Howard Stern, Charlamagne the God, and that's the next video I'm doing. The good old days of Charlamagne the God. That's the next video I'm uploading. But yeah, shock joking, like to get in viewers. Once you get engagement, you feed them what you want to feed them. But hey.
A course on how to get in shape, a course on chess, a course on body language, and even a course on building your own webcam empire. Everything you would see from a typical YouTube guru. Over time, he started to move outside of the pointless rants and into more serious topics.
My problem with that gentleman is not that.
There you go. So he used shock value first, like I said. Shock value, bring the viewers in. Shock, bring the viewers in. Then after you get the viewers, then start spewing what you really wanted to spew. Of which is the same thing which Charlamagne the God did, like in my eyes. He was a shock jock, and how it's like I think it's like a formula. It's a format. Like most of the people do it. Like Howard Stern done it, Charlamagne the God done it, Andrew Tate did the same shit. It's academics does it. Like I think it's like a technique where people use shock value, get the viewers. Once you get the viewers engaged, then you start talking about what you want to talk about. Hey, if you work for him, then hey, shout out to him.
That he was black. My problem with that gentleman is that he pulled a machete and tried to kill someone in broad daylight.
Think that you, as a person, can save the West and be more powerful than all the information, Google, the media, all the external forces, all these people pushing for America's demise? You don't stand a chance, because I'm a happy, contented individual. And all the people who sit there and tell me, you shouldn't be so arrogant, they're the people who are unhappy. You shouldn't be arrogant. You should be like me, a meek, humble piece of shit. Well, I don't want to be like you because you're a fucking loser.
What's interesting is that Andrew didn't talk much about women and relationships too much in the beginning of his YouTube career. Sure, he had a video here and there about his views, but most of his videos were focused on money, success, and the mindset to get there. However, these types of videos typically are associated with the YouTube pickup.
Oh my god. Yes, prank invasion. This was a horrible time on YouTube pranks. Ah man, this guy was awful. If you are a YouTube person or someone who's been on YouTube for a time like me, oh my god, this time was horrible. The fake pranks, oh my gosh, horrible time. Horrible time.
Artist, the ladies' man. As time went on, Andrew's followers requested that he give advice on women, male and female roles, and how he's able to have success with women.
Girls run their mouth. I start beating the f*** out of them, not even having sex. They love it more than ever. They like it more. The less sex you have with them, the better. I have nothing to talk to women about besides either sleeping with them or... Wait. Yeah, that's it. Men are trying to get laid, so they pretend to be friends with the girl, hoping that one day she'll get drunk enough and let them f*** her.
Obviously, his bold...
Okay, so the rise of the manosphere is starting. The rise of the manosphere is starting. Alright, okay, I think we're getting somewhere now. We're getting here.
Statements and opinions ruffled feathers. It was the type of content that attracted a lot of anti-women incels. But a lot of his fans see the truth in his statements, despite his bold delivery. He started getting more attention from YouTubers like Mr. GG and Leon Lush, making commentary videos about him. Comedian Tom Segura and his wife Christina P. would react to his videos very often on their podcast, with their reactions getting hundreds of thousands of views. However, that only helped him grow more. The War Room launches. The War Room is a global network in which exemplars of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration. In 2019, it only cost $500 to get in. Today, it costs $5,000 to get in. So who could possibly be in the network that would make it worth this much money? Well, there's author Bobby Dino and Iggy, master of spells and shadows. The War Room in Miami looked like some powerful congregations. It's pretty unclear as to what they actually do.
Making money is easy. You just take it from somebody.
It's kind of like a country club. You get next to other people with money, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee you success. The biggest and most notable business he is associated with are the 15 casinos he opened up in Romania. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, his casinos closed down just 3 months after they opened.
The first thing is I own some casinos in Romania. 3 brothers, mafia guys, they own 400 casinos throughout Eastern Europe. I came up to them and said, look, I want to do a franchise with you. They said, we're not interested in franchises. We have enough money. We just open them ourselves. We turn over 10 million euros a day. Why do I need your franchise? Eventually, I came up with a plan. I said, look, how about this? I'll open up your locations directly next to your biggest competitor. Worst case, the location doesn't pay any money, but at least it takes money from your competitor. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, so even if it doesn't make profit, you make money. I'll take all the financial risk.
I'm not sure what casinos they are, but just by a quick Google search, it seems like a ton are still closed in Romania. So he's been paying rent, and they haven't been open for potentially 2 years. The pandemic impacted businesses around the world. Everyone was facing some serious financial pressure. So Andrew needed a way to come up with a new cash flow method. Hustlers University 2.0 was born. This was...
You're not a dish. You're a man. Most name brand bars and body washes you
was a no-nonsense crash course on how to get rich fast and be successful in business, taught by a multi-millionaire.
In Hustlers University 2.0, we teach about fast money. I don't teach you how to save more money in a stagnant pool, because that's the way you're listening. If you do that, you're always going to be poor.
Hustlers University and the War Room seem to provide the same information as to how to make money online. The War Room just hosts meetings in the physical world and costs $5,000.
We help people get multiple passports and multiple residencies, multiple bank accounts, because I believe your number one priority as the world reopens should be getting as many passports and residencies as possible, because slavery is absolutely coming to the world.
The university costs $50 per month and will teach you 18 modern wealth creation methods to get rich quick. These methods are so that you can escape the matrix.
So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I can't be canceled, my finances are secure, I've escaped the matrix. And when I talk about the matrix, it primarily applies to men, because men are the backbone of the slave force.
In order to effectively promote this business, he needed to take to social media. Andrew realized producing his own content was too limiting. He needed to collaborate with people who already had followings and platforms. He shows up, talks shit, entertains people, and promotes his course. So he does a media tour. Some key podcasts that helped him were the Fresh and Fit podcast, who are known in what is called the Manosphere.
Here we go, the Manosphere. We're here, and this is where we are today, the Manosphere. Yeah, all right, let's go. And like the fucked up thing about the Manosphere is like it's both good and right. And I'm gonna explain. I think I'm gonna try and explain at the end of this video. The Manosphere is both good and it's both bad as well. It's like a double-edged sword, I guess.
Which is a group of content creators who have very strong opinions on men and women gender roles. They typically admire and praise the traditional way of male and female dynamics. Man works, pays the bills, women raises the kids. Fresh and Fit are probably the biggest and most culturally relevant of all the podcasts in this media tour. They absolutely obsessed over Tate, fawned over him. Now 3 of their biggest podcast episodes ever are with Andrew, and he got adopted by that community. Another one that helped him a lot was Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, where Tom was genuinely laughing at Tate's jokes and genuinely agreeing with his ideals. Tom praised his comedy, which is a huge cosign from a professional stand-up comedian.
You're so rich, but you're smart and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch.
I must say, I think me and my sister were talking about this. I'm not saying and please, I'm not saying Andrew Tate is a psychopath or nothing like that. I'm just saying cause we love the show called You. If you haven't watched that, You on Netflix, and we're talking about the way Joe the guy was very toxic. He was killing people and shit, but yet women love him because he's so he's the ideal good looking guy. They overlook the red flags, the thing oh, it's so amazing because he's just so charming and shit. Oh, he loves me. But if he didn't look the way he looked, and if he wasn't a bit charismatic and shit, that shit wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly. So I'm saying this to say it's this guy is very charming. You can tell. Even Tom Segura, he's a comedian. He's drawn in. He's glued on. He's watching. He's in awe. Oh wow, look at this guy go to work. So if this guy can bring in these juggernauts of comedy, or whoever is around, it's not dangerous, but I'm just saying it's it's problematic or great. I don't know how you want to look at it. It's problematic or it's great. But all I'm gonna say is the guy who plays You. If you ever watched You on Netflix, the guy who plays You, that's Penn Badgley. He fucking hates that character. Not hates it, but he always tries to let women know, don't idolize that type of man. Don't idolize that toxic behavior. It's not great behavior. It's not normal, or it's not good for a guy to be so obsessive to the point of killing your or whatever, kidnapping you, and that's not charming. There's no charming to that. There's no charming to that. And I'm not saying that is what Tate is doing, but I'm just correlating it to the charisma thing. I hope that made so much sense, if you are paying attention to what I'm trying to say. But anyway, let's go.
I wish to God you were a robot. You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about by Sagittarius rising. So I've had this argument with a feminist before. She was like, oh well, we've never tried matriarchies. We've only tried patriarchies, blah blah blah. And I said, listen, bitch.
I mean, yeah, he is funny, and they're laughing. That's what I'm trying to say. Charisma, confidence, it works, right? It attracts something. See, like I said, this is what I'm gonna talk about the manosphere thing, about the whole alpha male, or the whole attraction thing and the whole bullshit, and how this shit works for me anyway, and how I'm observing it, right?
Some people thought this was all a character. Some people hated him for his abrasive and misogynistic takes, and some people praised him for being the ultimate alpha male. The combination made him an unstoppable force. His follower counts were rising significantly. In December 2021, he had 6,000 students paying him $50 per month on Hustlers University. $300,000 per month. That's not bad. Today, he has 110,000 students paying $50 per month. That is $5.5 million per month. $66 million per year, all profit. He says this course isn't about money. It's just him genuinely trying to better people's lives. He says, I already have money. I don't need money. It's the perfect sales pitch. Now nobody who signs up will think they're getting scammed. He said his brother makes about $300,000 per month on his OnlyFans management business. His 15 casinos have a ton of overhead costs. On top of being closed for 2 years, they would have to be in the heart of Las Vegas to pull anywhere near $1 million per month. His online course is more than likely his most successful business he has ever built. This course was all built on the idea of getting rich like him, and he was rich before, but $300,000 per month and $5 million per month are way different levels. Now he is filthy rich. So am I suggesting he made millions off podcast appearances? Well, not exactly, but he did make a very key change in his approach that changed everything. He instructed the members of the War Room to blow him up on social media. This is how. He went on as many podcasts and talk shows as he possibly could.
This is the power of social media. This is why I always say, like, for me, I always feel like it only takes one video or one shit like to blow you up, like, and and I'm talking about anyone, and it could be like the Gorilla Glue. Like, remember that chick like who had the Gorilla Glue shit? One video blew up. Social media is so powerful these days. One video can change someone's life, and if you calculate or if you move enough and how you whatever, you blow up. So like, and social media is a powerful too, especially nowadays. Like in business and whatever whatever you want to do is powerful enough if you use it wisely and cleverly. But I'm just saying. So yeah, I think okay, he realized he's got like people around him. All right, okay, now let me do the press tour, and that's when you see him on Aiden Ross's like shit. You see him on like him debating motherfucking QC or whatever. I don't know what the guy's name is. Some QC MSG CQ or some dude. But I know he's big on Twitch. Yeah. So yeah, it's a great move. It's a great business move.
While he was there, he performed. He told his members to clip as many segments as they could, edit them up a little bit, make an Andrew Tate page on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever social media, and post the clips as if it was him posting. The clips constantly went viral because of how polarizing he is. Andrew has an official YouTube and official Instagram, not even a Twitter anymore. Some students have TikTok accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers from simply clipping his podcast appearances. In their bio of their pages, they will have an affiliate link to the Hustlers University course. If someone signs up through their link, they get 10% of the first month sign-up fee, which is $5. So thousands of students are reposting his content, getting hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of views, absolutely flooding every algorithm on every social media with videos of him, making him insanely famous. Then when they get that attention, they use it to promote his course, in which they make $5 one time, and he makes $45, then $50 a month every month after. Literally all these people are grinding for him for maybe a $5 sign up. And if nobody signs up, Andrew still benefits because his fame and relevance is skyrocketing. But like,
see, this is what I'm saying about if you are polarizing enough, if you are charismatic enough, like people will flood to you and will do all this stuff for you. And this is like this is one guy, but this is like, I feel like every woman has this type of power. If she wants to unlock that type of power, most women have this type of power. And this is what I feel like these like dudes like Andrew Tate, they have the female level of power, like where women can do this shit, like, and I'm talking about basic women can do this shit with dudes. If they want to unlock that shit, they can do that shit. But yeah, it's like I said, morals. It's your moral. How you move. Which side you want to be on.
Like I said before, 110,000 signups, $5 million per month. His plan is working exactly the way he wanted it to.
And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor.
Yeah.
How ironic when he says that. He's like, funny enough, he's become the rich now, and yeah, he's the poor are becoming poorer, and now he's the richer, like, you know, because of the way he set up his business. But I mean, he's still saying the rich getting richer, like he's still one of the cool with the hey, it's the game, right? I don't know. Man.
The average amount of money the person makes in their first month is only $300. Doesn't matter. It costs you $50 to join. After 3 months, $150 commitment, the average amount of money created by each individual is over $1,800.
So his modern making money fast techniques lead to an average of $300 in the first month, a whopping $250 profit in 30 days. That's $8 per day or $1 per hour. And after 3 months, you'll average $1,800. That's $1,650 profit, jump up to $18 per day or $2.25 per hour.
You can't just save money to stagnant pool. You need to learn how to get fast money.
First month is only $300.
And buy the right things quickly.
First month is only $300.
So you can buy more.
So according to his averages, working at McDonald's is a 7 or 8 times faster money-making method than his course. If you try to do any research on what the course entails, it's all videos of other people who are saying positive things about the course so that you will sign up using their affiliate link and they get paid. So we don't really know how valuable the information is inside the course. He was arrested. On April 11th, 2022, the Romanian police responded to an alleged kidnapping that 2 women were being held against their will in Andrew Tate's house and being forced into sex. One of those women was American. The police were alerted by officials of the US Embassy in Romania. The brothers were arrested, the house was searched, but nothing really happened and they were released. The report says that there is an ongoing investigation looking into a potential human trafficking case with these men. The Tate brothers said that the American girl's boyfriend got jealous that she was at their mansion, and he called the cops lying, saying that she was held against her will.
I get about 50 to 100 DMs on Instagram a day from women.
Yeah, please kidnap me.
Hot women.
Please.
Will you kidnap me? Smiley face.
Tate fans say, well, if they were actually doing
What? There's a sick woman who'll be posting and say, will you kidnap me? Smiley face. Kidnap me. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past, like, I wouldn't say he's lying, like, because I mean, listen, like I said, women are so in love with Joe from you, they tend to forget that he's a fucking murderer. He's killing people.
doing those crimes, then they would be in jail. Whereas other people point out that a human trafficking investigation could take many, many years to conduct. Some people think he's guilty because of his suspicious ways of recruiting women to work for his cam business, on top of Tate's convenient reasons why he wants to live in Romania.
So Romania is absolutely corrupt. It's a corruption that everyone can participate in.
To say, no, I'm not fucking pissed. But I like the idea of being able to just say to do what I want.
Laws don't really apply to you. If they made a law in the UK I was unhappy with, I'd just leave. And if they made a law in Romania where I live I'm unhappy with, I would just leave.
One thing that Andrew Tate is not is dumb. He knows how to sell the dream. He knows how to say things.
Yep. He's like, and like I said, like it's like most rich people. They're highly intelligent, highly smart, highly clued on, highly know. But then again, they're highly it's like the what do you call it? The heart. Because you have to overlook certain shit for you to be like, you know, like you have to convince yourself like, oh, okay, you know this shit is fucked up, but you have to have that heart to maneuver. So they're highly intelligent, they're highly all that shit, but I'm trying to talk about the soul. You have to I don't know, it's the morals. Alright, anyway.
Things that people want to share, and there's a lot of truth in his statements. He's had constant viral videos talking about how governments manipulate and control people, how they put lies into citizens' heads and create false realities. The Matrix.
The most valuable thing on the planet today is human capital. Even the people at the very, very top echelons of life, all they care about is controlling people.
I don't disagree.
The way to escape the Matrix is to follow him and do what he says. He studied exactly what he claims the Western world does. He understands it and then implements those exact strategies he claims to loathe directly back to the people that love and support him. So now they are controlled by his Matrix. But
I was about to say that. So he just basically understood the matrix. So what happens is like so he created his own matrix, and he's just using the same matrix he studied, the one he's telling that controlling the people, and then he's just applied it into himself, and he created his own matrix. So it's like a matrix multiverse, a matrix, you know. And sadly, this is the truth as well, and it's happening in so many different aspects of our lives, and like it's happening. I don't know, man. Just wise up and believe in God. You know what I mean? Or whoever your God is, or whoever you pray to. All I'm saying is like believe in that. You know, don't. One thing I've learned is like don't idolize nobody to the point like you are fucking losing your head. That shit never works. Find something within um within you uh, to um to find like not like a human person like but believe in God. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I believe in God. I believe in the Almighty. I believe in a higher power and shit like that. So hey.
Remember, Andrew Tate is never satisfied.
It was good, but you know, like, I don't ever feel like I'm satisfied.
Food means nothing when you're rich. It's too cheap.
Any man who sits and says that sex is great or sex is fun just clearly hasn't had enough sex, because sex is boring. Sex is a chore.
He's so rich, he doesn't even get fulfillment from food. Money means nothing. He said it over and over again, he wants to conquer.
We are obsessed with power.
I get more and more powerful. You don't want money, you want power.
The only thing left for you to decide is if he's really trying to better the lives of others and allow them to escape the Matrix. Is he using the same exact brainwashing tactics the elite use on his own followers and living life like a reckless mafia boss? Or is this all just one long scheme for him to make another dollar and cure his boredom?
Because I'm not built to live a normal existence. I can't do it. I couldn't just have a kid with some girl and sit at home and work a little bit and relax. I've never relaxed my entire life. I don't know what relaxing is. It's just not me.
Right.
You're not a dish.
Okay.
You're a man. Most name brand bars and body washes you rub on your...
I think that's it. That's it. Listen. My point, which I said I was gonna talk about the manosphere thing, with the, like being a double-edged, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say? Double-edged sword. It's like what the people like the Fresh and Fit podcast and all like academics and all the, or even Andrew Tate and all these guys are talking about. It's valuable what they say about like women and shit like that. But at the same time, like you have to take what they're saying with a grain of salt, because we still need women out here. They are still like, not every woman is the same. Like not every female is who the ones they are talking about. Not every woman is like that. But I'll live with this. Is Andrew Tate just another, like how Patrick left it? Is he just another dude who just created his own matrix and just gaining off it, or does he really want to change people's lives? Yeah. All I'm saying is like, who do you believe in? I put my faith in God. All right. I'm out. I'll leave you with that. All right. Please like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace out.